My powerful one, Lenka Lutonska here, creator of Business Energetics, and I'm going to be a little real with you today. Since the beginning of this year, which is now 10 months ago maybe, I've been trying to lose a few kilograms and instead the scale has been going up. And this frustrating process with my body revealed a lot to me about how when we feel like everything is great, because before that, how I felt in my body, my relationship with my body, I felt great. I mean, I lost 16 kilograms a couple of years ago, so it was amazing. And this year I've been feeling like I'm fighting a war with my body, and it really showed me a lot about how the relationship between us, and not just our body, but our business, our anything else can change, and some deep realizations I had recently what I'm doing about it. So this video is going to be a little different. Normally, before I bring anything to you, anything from the world of business energetics, I write at least a list of bullet points or codes or principles that I want to share, that I want to raise your awareness or activate your next level impact, income, and so forth. This video is going to be way more raw. I'm just going to talk. I didn't prepare. This is more like a vlog from woman to woman, or woman behind the voice of business energetics. I believe that you're still going to find something valuable in it. If not, well, let me know as well. But perhaps we've got to have this conversation too. And you know, I've got to say that I've been asked again and again, Lenka, I want to hear about your transformational journey in terms of your body, because everyone knows now my transformational journey about going from zero to millions, and how business energetics transformed not just my business, but businesses and lives of thousands upon thousands of spiritual women and men and entrepreneurs around the world. But not that many people know about my body transformation. Maybe you were around when I was in bigger body, maybe not. But many women are curious. They ask me about it. Maybe you are on your transformational journey when it comes to body. So I'll share a little bit of that with you. But you know, we don't learn just from what goes well. Yes, I lost weight. I made a few decisions, which I'll share with you. Completely restructured my identity and felt fantastic. But sometimes it's important to learn also from things that don't go too well. As in, I realized just recently, like, bloody hell, actually my relationship with my body is now worse off than it was before I lost weight. How crazy that is. How humbling is it for me to even say that? But we've got to learn from that. So let's talk, and let's start with where it started, which I believe was in 2022 when I started to lose weight. So let's start with my weight loss journey and body change journey, or body recomposition journey, or identity, call it what you like. In a nutshell, it was in early part of 2022 when I realized that I'm not happy with how I treat my body. As in, yes, when I was young, and I'm talking earlier 20s or even before, I did have eating disorder, bulimia and anorexia. So I know what that's like. But over few short years with personal development work, NLP and so forth, I really changed the relationship with my body, and it was fantastic for many, many years. My shape changed as I was having kids. My weight was going up, then I lost weight, naturally it was going down. So regardless of what shape I was in for many years, I had a really good relationship with my body. I felt good in my body, no matter what my shape was. I felt great, I felt sexy, and I felt alive. Throughout, however, I didn't really care about my health. I kind of took it for granted, if you like. Still, the way I felt was overall great. Something shifted in 2022, and I think it was the realization that I don't take care of my body the way my body deserves. And I started to look at my body a little differently and started to compare myself to, let's say, my bestie and sister-in-law Martina, how she was looking in her clothes and how I was looking in my clothes, and how sometimes I could not even fit in my favorite clothing. I simply realized that actually I'm not going to stand for this. I've been not treating my body the best it deserves, and I've been actually settling, pushing down a thought that I've been neglecting myself. So I simply set a goal. Now here I want to briefly introduce you or reintroduce you to the idea of Trinity of Self, because that's how I shifted myself to a whole new identity, and that's what allowed me to, in the subsequent 5 months, lose that extra weight. Well, altogether it was 16 kilograms, and you can translate it into pounds, please, my dear friends from across the world. I simply shifted into identity that I am proud of my body and I love my body, so that's the identity. Then I set a goal to essentially let go of extra weight or fat, if you like, what doesn't belong there. So that was the goal for the mind. I didn't set like when it needs to happen, but I knew it was happening, it was going to happen. And I set standards, standards such as I started to move my body 4 to 5 times a week. At the time when I started, it was simply a half an hour or sometimes 45 minutes YouTube videos with Anna. There is a channel, Growing with Anna, Swedish girl, I love her. But it was basically YouTube exercise, whether it's myself, with my kids, with my bestie, Martina, she was often my exercise buddy. So I started to move my body and I started to fast. So essentially from the level of awareness I was at the time, I shifted my identity, my mindset and my standard for the body. And that's very important in whatever we aim to create, manifest, achieve and so forth. And so it worked. I learned how to fast. I got my body moving. I constantly was reminding myself, I'm not going to do what my mind or old self wants to do, because my mind is still sometimes lazy and wants to sit on a sofa after dinner. I'm stepping into identity and I choose what my body loves. I choose love for my body. I choose that identity of who I'm meant to be. And it worked beautifully. So in 5 months between, I say, June and November, I lost almost too much weight. I became very slim, and to the point when I realized, oh, okay, I now want to build some more muscle in my bum, because I became a little too flat for my liking. But other than that, I felt great. Now, by the way, do not take me. Hopefully you're not going to take me as a doctor or medical professional or anything like that. I'm just sharing as a woman to woman. And I know you will be doing your own research and so forth, yes? But looking back, I know that I took it a little too far with fasting, meaning I believe that fasting is incredible natural process that has been with us since beginning of humanity. So I believe personally that we are naturally wired to fast and feast. But looking back, what I also believe is that once I lost all that weight, I took fasting further than needed to be, as in I then developed a belief, if you like, that in order for me to maintain the weight, because I lost all the weight I needed, for me to maintain the weight, I'm going to fast, like do 24-hour fast or this and that, like 3 times a week, and it wasn't needed. Ultimately, later on, I started to fast less and less, and my body was just fine anyway. Anything that we do too much can, instead of healing, it can do the opposite effect. And I think I started to a little bit, I don't want to put blame anywhere, but a little bit mess up my hormones, if you like, yes, because I was fasting beyond what was necessary. Anyway, after those 5 months and after some months afterwards, I felt great. I would even say a year afterwards. I introduced weightlifting, I introduced walking. I set another standard later on that I walk 12,500, then I put it down to 10,000 steps a day, so which made me, if you like, a lot more active person. So everything was going great. Then I decided to run. So with running, it was amazing because it really helped me to discover what else my body can do. And in that process, I also stopped smoking, which was another great benefit for my body and mind. And it's later and later, I would say, roughly speaking, 4 to 6 months after stopping smoking and running more and more. I would be preparing for half marathon at the time, so I would be doing lots of distance running, that I started to realize that, okay, running is not working that great for my body because I'm getting more inflamed, and I put on a few kilograms and it's hard to let them go. So this was happening somewhere at the beginning of this year, where I started to, what I feel was managing my body, then trusting my body. So I started to manage my body to lose those few kilograms that I gained while distance running. That's when I started to experience more like a roller coaster. 2 kilograms up, 2 kilograms down, 3 kilograms up, 3 kilograms down. And it's been going on and on to my blinking frustration. In that time, in those last, I want to say 9, 8, 10 months, in that time, let me tell you, I started to track, and I was tracking, which I've never done in my life. At times, not always, I was weighting myself every day, which I've never done in my entire life. I've never done it during my 5 months of weight loss journey either. So on and off, I was trying different things. I introduced more protein, which really helped to release some weight, and then it came back. So, okay, then I messed up my gut a little bit, or I felt that my gut is getting really sensitive. That wasn't quite nice, so I started to introduce more fiber. Oh, yes, I messed up my gut because I started to introduce more and more fiber, as they tell you, you need to eat a ton of fiber for microbiome and everything. Let me tell you, I messed up my gut with that. Too much fiber is not good either. So then I went to carnivore temporarily, which again, I think it's amazing as elimination diet, and I know it healed very many people in many different ways. And I love carnivore. I'm not on it anymore 100%, but it really helped me initially to release. Then I learned that carnivore is healing hormones, and then many women who are used to restrict, that they're put on weight temporarily. You just need to be patient. And I told myself, okay, now this is a different journey. I'm going to, even if I put on weight, I'm going to love my body, I'm going to trust my body. So that went on months. And yes, my face filled up a little bit. I didn't put on lots of weight as such on a scale, but I know definitely my face filled up more, my breast filled up more, and so forth. I became more womanly, if you like, as I was on what you call high-fat carnivore diet. Then I switched to, slowly but surely, carb cycling, and that's where I'm probably still now. And then, very recently, I encouraged my clients inside of my Limitless Millionaire program to ask any questions about identity of a woman that runs 8-figure business and movement. I ask them, if you ask any questions, I'll answer, because I give you what I can. Yes, it's powerful to learn from the mindsets where you are when you went from 0 to 6 figures and millions and so forth in income, impact, sense of aliveness and so forth. But ask me any questions. And one of those questions was, Lenka, what is your greatest challenge right now, or struggle, if you like? And while I don't consider myself to have any struggles, I'm not in a struggle mentality, if you like. I don't even like the word struggle. I reflected on that question, and you know what came up? I actually struggle with my body. That's my greatest struggle. And that was a realization for me. Oh my goodness. This year, I actually got myself into identity of, I'm struggling with my body. I'm going through hormonal changes. I'm going through this or that. I'm figuring my body. I went through the identity of a struggler, or struggling, or struggler when it comes to my body. And I developed, through this year, I developed some unhealthy mindset. So we can put that graphic up again. The sense of identity, subconscious and mind and nervous system, which is body in itself, I developed some unhealthy patterns, the mindsets about how I think with my body, like I want to manage it rather than trust it. Of course, then my hormones or my gut or this or that is all over the place. Of course, it's then 2 kilos up, 2 kilos down, 3 kilos up, 3 kilos. It's like yo-yo. What the heck? So that's where I am at the moment. So if you want to know about the journey, losing 16 kilograms and actually I would say then regaining, 3-4 kilograms, that's my journey. Now, before we continue, I've got to share something incredible with you. Have you heard that I just opened Business Energetics Collective? Oh my goodness, essentially it's a heartbeat of business energetics globally. I invite you to come and join us because inside of Business Energetics Collective you will find plenty of incredible leaders, change makers, entrepreneurs and visionaries like you who know that leading with energy and heart and intuition and soul is not just the future of business, success and wealth, but that's when the most wealth and success and fulfillment is locked. And of course, this collective is there to help you unlock it. How? Each month, I will personally be delivering 3-week activation on a very specific area of your psyche, business and life. On one pillar of business energetics, for instance, we will do activation on money overflow, opening the next level of your financial overflow. We will do activation on receiving. We will do activation on magnetic marketing and effortless selling and so forth, when you will be opening yourself to so much more. So yes, I invite you today to come and join us. We will put the link over here maybe or link below in the description. The Business Energetics is waiting for you. A global calibration space for limitless wealth, success and growth beyond logic. See you there. And where am I going from now on? Well, actually a few days ago, I sat down and started to explore identity of the next level self. Of course, I always suggest to do this with my clients. I teach this to the detail. We just finished a program, the Self Beyond Logic, where it was 21-day a protocol to shift the identity. So I started to apply that process to myself, to first and foremost explore and discover what is my next level me when it comes to relationship with my body and food and hunger even. What is that like? Because part of that exploration for me has been looking back that on a time when it was easy. It's not that I need to go back. It's not that we only can become more and more of ourselves. But there is always good stuff we can learn from our things that worked in past. We don't want to take all of it, but we want to take good stuff. And what I realized is that in those 5 months and beyond, when I was on the quote-unquote weight loss journey, I had a very healthy relationship with my body in terms of the trusting my body that it will release what it needs to release. With food, as in, yes, I was fasting quite a bit, but I was eating quite a bit as well. So I was trusting that whatever I eat and how much I eat, my body is taking it as a fuel. And I had really good relationship also with quote-unquote hunger, with fasting, as in when I did fast, I didn't take it as a stress signal, even though I had to get used to it, but I took it as that my body knows, my intelligent body now knows what it needs, and it fuels my mind, it fuels my body is healing, my body is releasing. So I had some of the very good mindsets around my body, food, and even hunger or fasting, which changed over time. So I'm now, if you like, putting together a blueprint of what my identity is like, what my mindset or belief system is like, and what my standards are like in my next level self. Now, if you'd like me to share more on this in the next video perhaps, or in a future video, if it would be helpful to you to share my personal beliefs that I'm consciously now installing and working with my body to guide it, my nervous system to guide it into, again, safety, and into just being naturally feeling fantastic, then let me know. I called this, for my purpose, magnetic metabolism mantras. That's just for my purpose, but if you want me to share more on that, let me know. I shall create another video for you. Why not? But what I would say for now is a couple of things. Getting into the best body transformation, just like everything else, starts with shifting identity, shifting mindset, and then setting standards for our nervous system. I'm not a finished article. I never will be. I'm much better versed in this in business. So if that's where you desire help in business, come in, my dear. Come into Academy and come into... can I just share with you? Again, as woman to woman. Last week, we did the Business Energetics Global Convergence. 5,000 of us gathered. Not all of us live. There was at one point about 800 to 900 live of us. The rest of us are watching everything, or you're watching on a replay. What we created, oh my goodness, thank you. So following that, of course, I opened a brand new Business Energetics Collective, which is going to be a heartbeat of business energetics worldwide. And that's where I will do monthly activations around money, around marketing, energetic marketing, around selling, energetic selling, and so forth from month to month. So if you like, it's a courtyard to Academy. So if you're not there yet, for whatever reason, this is what the collective is for. And I'm so excited about it. So but why I'm saying this here is because I'm much better versed in creating and teaching and facilitating miraculous transformations that are heart-based, that are intuition-based, that are soul-based, without sacrifice in business. So if you want to do it for business, come to me. If you want to do it for body, you can still come to me. There's a lot you can take, but start with your identity. It's not just about the diets and this and that. You can drive yourself crazy. This is another thing for me, that there is so much information out there that if you listen to all the experts and their level of awareness, it's all kind of correct, and yet it's all kind of lie. And ultimately, you've got to make up your mind, the mindset about what will work for your body, and then body will listen. That's what I believe. That's what I did before. That's what worked for me for a long time, and that's what I'm doing now. As in, enough of crap, enough of do I need to do this diet or that diet, do I need to whatever. So that's what I'm doing. Shifting my identity, working with my mindset, and also, practically speaking, going to give my body a little bit of support with checking the hormonal levels and so forth, which I believe can really contribute and help, but is not going to cause my body to suddenly, have stable weight and so forth. So that of course will also help. But yes, identity, mindset, and standard for the nervous system is what I believe is behind miraculous transformations everywhere. And I'm taking this pill of awareness now for my beautiful body. So that's where I am. Those of you that ask, Lenka, share the transformation. Well, I'm sharing the transformation. I'm not finished article. I am on my journey, I guess. So let me know if you're on this journey with me. Let me know. I don't know. This video was a little different, wasn't it? Let me know if you're taking something out of this. And I guess, see you, my dear one, next time.